By detailing the Coopers' family life, young Sheldon guaranteed a focus on the family patriarch George, who was ill-treated in the parent series The Big Bang Theory, but frequently shone brightly in young Sheldon. Sheldon's peculiarities were already a source of problems or misunderstandings in The Big Bang Theory, but young Sheldon showing a young version of the socially inept genius ensured it would be easier to empathize with Sheldon's struggles, for viewers and characters alike. Indeed, despite Sheldon's bluntness, all those close to him showed him kindness, trying to help him navigate high school, with George often offering support. Sheldon and Mary didn't spare George Sr. any kindness when talking about him in The Big Bang Theory, with the two either describing him as good for nothing or attributing some of the most offensive comments to him. George's portrayal in young Sheldon entirely contradicts the character description Mary and Sheldon gave in Big Bang Theory, and his decency filtered through George's every interaction in young Sheldon, with his good intentions highlighted even when his delivery misfired. Whether with family friends or parenting his and Mary's children, some of George's best moments in young Sheldon let all shine through his good character. 11. George stands up for Sheldon with Dr. Hodges. Season 1, Episode 6, A Patch, a Modem, and a Zantac. George's inability to connect with Sheldon is a major theme in young Sheldon Season 1 because of their different interests and divergent approach in exploring them. While young Sheldon Season 1 includes various moments of connection between the young genius and the Cooper patriarch, the first time George can be seen standing up for Sheldon is against NASA engineer Dr. Hodges in young Sheldon Season 1, Episode 6. Dr. Hodges dismissing Sheldon's idea to let rockets land instead of having them crash greatly affects Sheldon, pushing him to prove Hodges wrong, but also giving him an ulcer in the process. Bringing the entire family over to Houston so that Sheldon's ideas could be heard proves George's belief in Sheldon and willingness to do what his son needed, even if he didn't understand why, showing George listened to Sheldon's wishes when it would have been easier to dismiss them. The sweet moment in A Patch, a Modem, and a Zantac lets George's best intentions when parenting Sheldon shine through, proving him able to advocate for Sheldon even when he cannot understand Sheldon, nor the reason why he is so consumed by his interaction with Hodges. 9. The Coopers' boys' trip to Cape Canaveral. Season 1, Episode 8, Cape Canaveral, Schrodinger's cat, and Cyndi Lauper's hair. Sheldon and Mary's harsh TBBT jokes about George also contrast with another moment in young Sheldon, Season 1 that Mary may have prompted, but was handled the best way because of George's insight into Sheldon. Young Sheldon Season 1, Episode 8, Cape Canaveral, Schrodinger's cat, and Cyndi Lauper's hair sees George bring Georgie and Sheldon away for a boys' weekend unlike any before, as Sheldon's idea gets chosen for once so that George and Sheldon can bond over the latter's interests. Always having wanted to see a rocket launch in real life, Sheldon is super excited by the weekend away. One of the sweetest things George could do for Sheldon, putting him at ease and making him happy thanks to how much he knew him. George never lets Sheldon lose hope in young Sheldon Season 1, Episode 8, Despite the Pouring Rain. When it's clear that the storm will impede the rocket launch that day, George cheers Sheldon up by asking him about thunders and lightning, knowing Sheldon likes to talk about science. George's knowledge of his son refocuses Sheldon's attention away from what upset him, even bringing older Sheldon to deem that as the best trip he ever had, proving one of the sweetest things George could do for Sheldon, putting him at ease and making him happy thanks to how much he knew him. 8. George and Missy's Lobster Dinner. Season 1, Episode 21, Summer Sausage, A Pocket Poncho, and Tommy Donza. While George's best moments often included his rapport with Sheldon because connecting with him was more difficult for the Cooper patriarch, his relationship with his other children also brought out the best of him. One memorable moment that returned throughout young Sheldon, a cornerstone of George Sr. and Missy's relationship, is their dinner at Red Lobster by themselves. Prompted by Sheldon's inability to see George Sr. as a role model, Mary suggests George ask what Missy wishes to do and follow through. Missy's wish to have dinner at the fanciest restaurant in Texas being granted not only makes her feel heard by George, but also makes possible one of the sweetest moments between them and young Sheldon.